what is the balance of activating a force for change, but also trying to permeate that patriarchy, that power structure? And is that a part of the calculation of your art as well? And what's been the reaction to that?
Oh, absolutely. I like to make men uncomfortable. I enjoy making men uncomfortable.
What an idiot.
So a couple of days ago now, where I spoke in my video about Doctor Who and how the franchise will never ever be the same again for all the wrong reasons, I asked at the beginning of that video how many more franchises have to be torn apart by woke liberal agendas. Today's modern agendas. Well, in this episode we're throwing another franchise into the mix, so many at this point I've lost count, right? And coincidentally it's another franchise that Disney managed to get their hands on and just flush down the toilet. You see, ever since Disney has been involved with Star Wars, let's be honest here, it has been on a very, very fast downward spiral. But I must give them some credit, right? Because all the moves they've made with Star Wars now has really made me find my love once again for the prequel. So you've got to applaud them for that one. But with the damage the Star Wars sequels did to the franchise courtesy of Disney, I don't want to remind you guys of these, but I have to do it for this video, from a terrible story that just didn't make any sense and, let's be honest, just really wasn't needed. I mean, things got so bad, so out of hand, you could tell they had no idea what they were doing. They threw the return of one of the greatest villains in any film just in there like it was nothing, with no build-up. It was just somehow Emperor Palpatine has returned.
What?
It hurts to even talk about it, it really does. And we got one of the most hated scenes, however, of all time, that included the most powerful Jedi in history, obvious sarcasm, that didn't need apparently any training whatsoever to be Kylo Ren in the very first film, Rey, who turned out to be Emperor Palpatine's granddaughter, who ended the sequel trilogy and ended a lot of love that people had for the franchise, if the other films didn't do that anyway, with one sentence.
And I'm all the Jedi.
Who are you?
I'm Rey Skywalker.
That is absolute dog shit.
I don't know what they were thinking about that one. I really don't, but you would think with the damage that has been done, Disney, Kathleen Kennedy, and everybody else involved would want to make sure they don't annoy the fans any longer. And yeah, there have been some great shows here or there, but it's not been great, right? It hasn't been a great time whatsoever, so they surely wouldn't want to annoy the fans any longer. You know, show people you actually care about the product you're making and not just pushing the message. But this is Disney, and they don't think like that. So fans better get ready to be lectured in a cinema in the near future, because once again, they have had the bright idea, honestly at this point, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know where they get them from, but they're going to continue with the Rey character, with the Rey storyline, things that nobody really care about or like, in a new film that is going to be released called Star Wars New Jedi Order. And a new Jedi Order, it certainly will be, because to go hand in hand with that, they have hired a woke feminist director who likes to make men feel uncomfortable. And I'm not saying that because, in my opinion, that's what I think she likes to do. She genuinely said that.
What?
Star Wars fans rage films will crash and burn after female director says, "I like to make men uncomfortable." A resurfaced clip in 2015 has sparked outrage. So since then, you can guarantee her disdain for men has definitely increased. New Star Wars director Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy has come under fire for comments she made about men during a panel for women in the world. Alongside Meryl Streep and Ava DuVernay, Obaid-Chinoy spoke with Master of Ceremonies Jon Stewart during the conversation when the comments arose. Obaid-Chinoy is set to helm the next installment in the Star Wars franchise named New Jedi Order, which will be led by the female character Rey. I cannot wait. The Pakistani-Canadian filmmaker is the first woman and first person of color to direct a film for the sci-fi franchise. Also another reason why they probably hired her. The panel discussion that has landed her in hot water was shared to the Women in the World YouTube channel back in April 2015, but has since gone viral following the conservative commentator Matt Walsh sharing it on X, formerly Twitter. In a snippet from the panel, Stewart asked Obaid-Chinoy, what is the balance of activating a force for change but also trying to permeate that patriarchy, that power structure? And is that part of the calculation on your part as well? And what has been the reaction to that? I like to make men uncomfortable. I enjoy making men uncomfortable. Bit weird, Obaid-Chinoy says to Laughter, director and applause before she refers to Stewart directly. Of course, the seals will clap. She has also recently spoken about the new upcoming film she's going to be directing and said, "It's about time a woman shaped a story in a galaxy far, far away." Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy is a two-time Oscar winner and the first female director of a Star Wars film. Having an iconic franchise in her hands thrills the filmmaker as she says, "It's about time a woman took the reins of a project in the Star Wars universe. I'm very thrilled about the project because I feel like what we're about to create is something very special," Obaid-Chinoy told CNN. Of course, it's CNN. We're in 2024 now, and it's about time that we had a woman come forward to shape a story in a galaxy far, far away. Yeah, and at this point, there is a planet in a galaxy far, far away with my name on. This is all so tiresome. It really is. You know where this is going. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what direction this film is heading in. Even before you've seen anything to do with the film, you know how certain characters are going to be betrayed. I expect somehow, some way, the patriarchy will be mentioned in Star Wars, and a lot of the male characters won't be anything of substance like we've seen within the last few years. And hey, look, imagine if, right, a male director came out and said, "You know what? I like to make women feel uncomfortable." Nobody would clap, nobody would cheer, right? Because that's wrong to say, as it is for a woman to say, "I like to make men feel uncomfortable." But one rhetoric is normalized. And that male director, as soon as he says that, right, he'll be getting a call the next minute saying, "Yeah, you're blacklisted, no more films for you." So it's interesting how that all works, but I'm sure a lot of you are on the edge of your seat. You're all eager to see this director coming out and saying, "I like to make men feel uncomfortable." Take a watch.
What is the balance of activating a force for change, but also trying to permeate that patriarchy, that power structure? And is that a part of the calculation of your art as well? And what's been the reaction to that?
Oh, absolutely. I like to make men uncomfortable. I enjoy making men uncomfortable. Not you, just not you. Not you.
Point taken, point taken.
But, it is important to be able to look into the eyes of a man and say, "I am here," and recognize that. And recognize that I am working to bring something that makes you uncomfortable, and it should make you uncomfortable because you need to change your attitude. And it's only when you're uncomfortable, when you're shifty, when you have to have difficult conversations, that you will perhaps look at yourself in the mirror and not like the reflection, and then say, maybe there is something wrong with the way I think, or maybe there is something wrong with the way I am addressing this issue.
That is so bad. Wait, sorry. Wow. How stunning. How brave, because that's how we're supposed to act, right? When people come out with this sort of stuff, act like seals. Yeah, look, at the end of the day, people just want a good story, right? Is that too much to ask for? People are so tired of being lectured by these directors, whether it be a male director or female director. A good story is what people are asking for, but it seems like, obviously, these people are incapable of doing that, and they just hire people who are the best at pushing a message rather than hiring people who are going to be the best for the franchise going forward. And I tell you now, unless there is a sudden culture shift within society, where in this case obviously men are not constantly demonized and made to be lesser than they are, then this film is obviously just going to be an awful watch for a lot of people, and people are going to be constantly lectured throughout the whole thing. And this new Jedi Order will be a visual representation of California. Leave your thoughts down below, ladies and gentlemen, on the Star Wars franchise, on this new director. What are your thoughts on her making men feeling uncomfortable? I'd like to know. If you have enjoyed today, make sure to leave a like rating. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications, comment on this video, share this video. But until next time, it has been your boy JD. Have a great day, stay safe, and may the force be with you. I'm out.